Wow. Yeah, welcome to this video. My name is Aya Susanna. All right, we'll continue from where we stopped. Today we'll talk about slide sizing. All right, how to resize your slide actually. All right, so without further ado, let's get to the business of the day. Slide size. The dimension or magnitude of a slide is called a slide size. So a slide size is basically how big or small a slide is. As simple as that. Alright, so we have something called a portrait orientation. I've begun in earnest. A portrait orientation, it's a print orientation where the vertical sides are longer than the horizontal sides, right? Some persons, since from their high school till now, they've not been able to differentiate between vertical and horizontal. All right, let me help you. This is vertical, straight. Aha. All right, this is portrait. The vertical side is longer than the horizontal side, right? Where the vertical sides are longer than the horizontal sides, the vertical, it's called a portrait, right? So while a landscape is a print where the horizontal sides are longer than the vertical sides, right? A landscape, the vertical side, right? The vertical side is less, while the horizontal is more than the vertical. You can see this is called a landscape orientation actually. So all right, so how do we make how do we make or how do we give our background a size? All right, so you'll come to design, right? Here, design. So you see it here, slide sizing, right? So you have to hit that arrow so that it gives you, right? There's something called standard, there's something called a windscreen here, right? So a standard is 16:9. This one we are using the normal one, right? And then there's something called custom slide size, right? So this is where you customize it to what you want. Maybe you want an A4 paper, alright? You want a banner size, you want an on-screen show, you want the windscreen. Windscreen is the default 16:9, but then letter paper, you want a ledger paper, A3 paper, alright? You the width, in fact the width, the height, the numbers slides, you number slides from one, right? The orientation, I taught you portrait, landscape, for notes, handout and online. How do you want it? Do you want for notes, handout and online? Do you want a portrait or landscape? Most often it's a landscape. So basically, so that's for custom slide. This one you impute it yourself. Why? For the normal one, or for this one standard 4:3 screen. So let's hit it. I want to teach you something. Okay, you see it now. When you hit on that standard, or any, even when you customize a specific orientation, it will still bring this to you. It will tell you you are scaling to a new slide size. Would you like to maximize the size of your content or scale it down to ensure it will fit on the new slide? All right, maximize, you just want to, all right, you want to just make it big, or right, or ensure fit. So every content in your before, let me put it like that, before orientation will fit now to the new orientation. There might be a change in text size, there might be a change in shape, size and the likes. All right, that's for ensure fit. Why? For maximize, you want to just leave everything like the way it is. Any ones that get captured, fine. Anyone that doesn't get captured, that's all right. But most of the times I will advise you to use ensure fit. All right, so you see it changes now from 16:9 to, is it 4:3 bar? All right, 4:3 to 4:3. So you see it in our slide. So if you notice, it has changed. All right, it has, it's fitting, but then it's all the font size has reduced, and then you could just see it. This is really serious. All right, so I want to teach you one, or I want to tell you a story. And in that story, I wrote the story myself. I used this slide sizing. All right, you wouldn't even believe I used PowerPoint, because very few people know we have something like a portrait. Like portrait, know what they can use portrait for. They don't know they can use portrait for to achieve a whole like they can do mind blowing things with a portrait. All right, most people prefer to use landscape and then a 16.9 and then that's all. Few persons even know you could change a slide size. All right, so let me tell you a story. All right, this is a love story by myself, Ayaz Uzana. All right, this everything you seen here I used PowerPoint. All right, all these things are, this is a text, this is a shape now, right, this is another shape, this is the text. So basically everything here is or was done using Microsoft PowerPoint. So it shouldn't surprise you. So the story proper, a love story. When I saw her coming, my heart skipped a bit and it almost got displaced from its normal position. I love her, but she seemed to hate me so much that she doesn't want to have anything to do with me. Not even to the extent of sharing the same road the Creator has created for us all. So on this fateful day, I decided to confront her and ask her why she hates me so much, whether it was my imagination or the truth. She resisted at first, but all her efforts to not utter even a word proved abortive because I wouldn't let her go without we discussing what is before us, or me, so to speak. Saraunia, you don't know how much I love you, so please give me a chance to express myself. I don't have time for this, tales by moonlight. I'll be on my way, she said. I have watched you pass every now and then, but today I won't. The more my heart sees you, the more it longs for you. Words have failed me again in expressing the length, breadth, and depth of my love for you. I love you to the moon and back, and if permitted, I would love you to the sun and sea. I would. She kept quiet while I spoke. If or not she would grant my request is what I don't know. I felt a little relief, though my fate is uh, still hanging in the balance, but at least I have lit a burden off. So why do you think I should reciprocate your love? What makes you think you are the one for me? Madame A asked. Wow, this is turning into an interview session already. I wish I had prepared for this before now, but whether prepared or not, I would rather try and not win than not try at all and not win. My interviewer fixed at me with keen attention. From her looks, I knew my fate depends on how well I respond to her questions. Why I love you? To be candid with you, I don't have any reason for loving you. It seems you are not serious, she said, looking surprised and disappointed at the same time. She's right to even think I don't know what I want. In my baritone voice, I echoed, if I have a reason to love you today, then I would someday find a reason to stop loving you. Yes, if I tell you I love you because you look beautiful. So how about the day you don't look beautiful? Would I stop loving you? Oh, I love you for no reason, Saraunia. When I say I love you for no reason, I mean I have thought about the good, the bad, and the ugly. I would not just love you when everything seemed to be going well, but regardless of circumstances, I will always be there for you. During thick and thin, twists and turns, white and black, be rest assured that I will always be here to cross your T's and dot your I's. I was done talking and it seemed I impressed my interviewer. It was written all over her. She was quiet as though someone stole all the words in her word bank. After some minutes, she resumed speech. So you think you can just sugarcoat your words and you think I would believe you? She said. In defense, I answered, I don't show it with the affairs of the heart. I have never done that and I'm not starting now. Take me by my words. Alright? I have heard all you've said. I would give it a thought. When next we meet, be sure that I will tell you my decision about this. When next are we meeting? She replied, when we meet. The next time we meet is when we meet. We both smiled and parted ways until we meet when we meet. It's been 25 years with this soul in marriage, and I can tell you for free that I'm glad I married her. I am delighted I spoke out. I am glad that I summoned courage to talk to this damsel. She doesn't hate me. She doesn't know me then. That's why it seemed like she hates me. That's why it seemed like she hated me, rather. Subsequently, after I had spoken to her, we became friends. Then she accepted my proposal. Till now, I have never found any reason to stop loving her, because I had no reason for loving her in the first instance. So that's the end. That's the end. All right. So that's an interesting story, isn't it? So why I showed you that story was because it was made with a portrait slide size. All right. So I just give you an idea to what you can use PowerPoint for. It's actually depends on you. All right. So that's the end of this video. All right. That's the end of this video. And then don't forget, as usual, that you are the best of the best. No matter what they tell you about yourself, know that you are the best of the best. You are exceedingly excellent. All right. I'll see you in my next video.